Do you remember the movie that Brendan said he made a small cameo in, The Tax Collector?
No.
Well, the trailer just released, and I tried really hard, and I could not find Brendan to save my life.
I'm in there. I'm the cartel members with the mask on. You'll see me 3 times.
Okay, will you point yourself out when we play it?
Well, as soon as you see guys with masks on, I'm them.
Let me see.
So just
I'm in it a little more than Brian was in the Joker.
Okay. Perfect.
But just so you know, when we watch there we go. So when we watch the video, it's hard to hear yourselves talk. So just know that when we watch that.
Okay, we won't say anything, but I'll tell you when you see me. Oh, that was me.
You heard of me? What have you heard?
How you're the devil.
It might be.
Go off, move.
Every gang in LA has to pay their taxes.
What's up, Holmes?
Let's go.
If you're stack short, go rob a bank, rob your own mother. There's no excuses. Do not test that.
Whoa, hey, whoa. You guys look like a couple of monsters.
Who the hell?
Yeah, but I'm at peace with that.
What's up, Johnny Cash? How about that time you gave me like 3 different STDs?
Just kidding. You got your wife, you got your kids, you got your castle.
Daddy!
I'm supposed to terrorize the herd. That's my function.
God allows me to walk through the darkness and come back into the light.
What did you see in me?
I heard that you were this big bad gangster.
You're taxing 43 different street gangs. That's thousands of dudes in the most violent subculture in Los Angeles.
The count's short.
Oh, that's me.
It's good, Brendan. That was good.
That's me.
He wants to cut your heart up.
Can't run. What's left?
I got a 380 on each ankle, 38 in my right, 25 in my left, chopper in the trunk, lock in my belt. I'm on it.
That's me.
You're bad. You ain't that bad, all right?
That's me.
Open your mouth.
He'll splatter you brains out. I don't want that.
I do. I want that.
Shia LaBeouf is a hell of an actor.
Oh, dude, he is phenomenal. That was my biggest takeaway from doing that movie. The 3-second nap I had in that movie, just being on set for like 3 or 4 days with Shia LaBeouf. My God, he is a fucking fantastic actor. He's so goddamn good. Here's what's interesting about that is that movie. I didn't know when it was coming out, but it's David Ayer's movie. Who did Training Day? He did Fury. He did Suicide Squad. All that. But he, in order to make that movie, that Bobby Soto's father is connected to the Mexican cartel. So it's based off a true story. But where they shot it in straight ghettos of Los Angeles. But nobody messed with the sets or any of the shoots because they had real like shot callers and gang members for security. It was really cool. It was really, really cool. Scary, but cool.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's something else, that kid. He's something the fuck else.
Oh, dude, he is such a fucking talent. It's insane, man.
You got to love acting to get that into it.
You know,
his hair, the way he does everything, he's amazing.
Well, for Fury, he thought it would look more realistic if he got a tooth removed. So he actually took a tooth out to film Fury. For this movie, Tax Collector, his character Creeper has a chest tattoo that says, I forget it might say Creeper. He got a real tattoo across his chest that says Creeper.
Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, I'm not an actor.
He's as committed as they get. Then also you look at what he does to give back to underprivileged kids. It's insane. You're talking about a good dude, man. Good dude.
He's a great dude. He came up really. He had no money. His dad was selling hot dogs, I think, at the stadium, Dodger Stadium.
Well, yeah, he has a very tough upbringing. But also, you look at think about Shia LaBeouf. He did that movie Peanut Butter Falcon, which got so much high praise. Then he did the other one, Honey Boy, which was his life story that he wrote and directed. And now he did this one as well with David Ayers. He's a beast, man.
He's special guy, man. Steven Spielberg said that. Steven Spielberg saw him in something and said, "This kid is the future."
Yeah,
phenomenal.
You put him
Very
in that,
rare.
You put him in that Indiana Jones. I'll tell you what, though. After being on that set and like seeing that like the dramatic roles and he's this gangster stuff like that, I was like, oh, this isn't for me. Like I had to watch him play this serious role, this scene out over and over. Like it's the most dramatic scene in the movie, and he kept doing it over and over. I was like, man, this is that. I do not want to do that.
That was like Joaquin Phoenix, watching him go over and over like that. It's like that's a masochistic process. You got to kind of like
you got to love it.
It's not comfortable to be in that position.
No, you gotta love it. And I think if it was like a movie of like all our friends and it was funny, like we did for Finding Kid 3D, that would be fun. But to do like a serious role movie like that and you're shooting for months, I knew, like, off the bat, I'm like, oh, that's not for me. This life isn't for me. Sitting in a trailer, waiting till I go on, switching outfits, doing makeup.
Stand up for me. Stand up.
Yeah,
I like stand up and podcasting.
I'm a cartel guy on there. I haven't seen the final cut of the movie. I have no idea how much I'm in it. I make the joke, so I don't know.
I did audition.
My mind's in there or nothing. I have no idea how much I'm in it.
I did audition for a really fun series that I've just almost finished called The Boys, about superheroes that are bad. These guys are superheroes and they just take advantage of their powers.
Oh, you auditioned for it, B?
I auditioned for it. I would never have auditioned for something, but I saw it and I went, this is a fucking good role.
Oh, did you get it? Do you know?
I don't know yet, but it would be something I would do.
Oh, that'd be cool. I hope.
Because I could kill it. Play just sort of this fucking motherfucker of a superhero.
Do you think you're going to start maybe doing some more auditions for stuff that you want to do now or no?
I don't think so, Bubba.
No.
I think the truth is that I just want to stick to stand-up and podcasting.
Unless it's like a good role or something?
Maybe, but I've never liked acting because I don't like the process. It's a little bit like skiing. Skiing's fun when you're on the hill and you're going down the hill. It's getting all the gear and the cold and all that. The amount of, it's just the shit you'd go through with that. I just never liked the process. I hate to say it. I have to admit that to myself at 53. I spent my whole life acting and trying to be an actor, and I realized that so much of it was just if you are Shia LaBeouf, Bradley Cooper, you love acting. Those guys love it. Joaquin Phoenix, all those guys. Me, I had options. I liked being funny. I liked doing stand-up. That's when I feel the best. That's when I feel the most alive.
Thank God you're really good at stand-up,
Yeah.
Some people, if you go down that road of acting and that's your passion and you're trained in it, and you get to 53 years old and you realize, man, maybe I don't want to do this. A lot of guys are stuck,
They're stuck. And, people are not paying actors because they don't have to. You don't want to do that role? We'll just go over here. No problem. You don't want to do it for scale plus 10%? That's all right. You're great, but we have 3 other dudes or maybe 10 other guys who are really good.
I was talking to Tom Segura about this last night. Like, thank God we're able to still do our podcast and stuff like that because, even with this Corona stuff, it's maybe – especially me getting Corona, it's like, all right, well, how much do I want to do the road until they figure stuff out, stuff like that? But it's like, I thank God I have that option to decide what I want to do thanks to podcasting. Thanks to you and me doing this fucking how many years ago, deciding to fucking ride it till the wheels fall off?
7 years, I think.
Crazy, huh?
Crazy. Yeah.
But that will be my acting debut, okay? I might have a mask on. You will see me in the restaurant as well, I think, unless they edit me out of the whole thing. But, okay, Shia LaBeouf, okay?
On Mad TV, sometimes you have to be in 4 hours of makeup just to be in the background. Because you'd be wearing prosthetics. You'd be wearing plastic. They paint rubber fucking face pieces on you.
Well, how about Jim Carrey to play the Grinch? They said he was in makeup for 14 hours sometimes.
You'd go crazy. You have to sit there.
Yes.
I'd go crazy. It wasn't 14 hours, but I promise it was a long time. It was more like 5 hours.
Let me look. No. As long as that, because he said he had to get some training, some mental training to get through it.
Yeah, usually it's 4 hours. I've done exactly that makeup, so I can tell you.
Oh, you've done the Grinch?
Yeah, I've done that kind of makeup. I've had that kind of crazy amount of makeup on. So a lot of times it's a face mask that you're wearing. You have a bald pate, then you have a wig. There's a lot. I've done it. I dressed up. I did.
Hold on. Spending 2 hours in the morning getting in, 1 hour in the evening get out. You became a Zen man. Oh, okay. Sorry, you're right.
It'll take more than 14 hours. It'll take more than 2 hours, though. I've been in makeup for as long as 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
I mean, listen, how much do you get paid for the Grinch? Shut your fucking mouth. Get in the makeup there for 2 hours. I was thinking, you know what? I meant 14 hours total. Come on, man.
You can go a little crazy, though, because what happens is you're in that mask and you can't really eat or do anything. You have to drink out of a straw, and you can't move. So you're in that. You're wearing essentially glue and rubber on your face for 16 hours. And then you go home, and it takes an hour to get out. Then you go home, you wake up really early, and you start all over again. It's a motherfucker. It's claustrophobic.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
Yeah.
Watch your tone.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Don't you fucking disrespect.